Scrapbooking is what she does. Scrapping all the time she does. Who? Terry Rice. Who? Terry Rice. And here she is.
Good morning, everyone. And let's hear it from my MC. Okay, today I think I'm gonna play with Ginger all month. You know, it's like we're doing the base pages, and we're gonna be doing some embellishments, of course, and what's the other thing? And budget. So today we're doing Give a Hoot. Anything with an owl is allowed. And so, and of course, this is a mini swap, so I'm making 4. And here's what I'm making. It's Harry Potter's owl. I've got the moon. I've got 3 books. 2 that you just see, Potions and Horticulture, and then you see a book in front. And so I've got a lot of things going on. Okay, so I'm going to be using this Stampers Anonymous by Tim Holtz, and it is these, they're like a mask, and there's 3 different sizes, and they're moons. They're super cute. I actually bought a set. It was hard to find them without spending as much or more shipping than what the actual item costs, and I found it on eBay, and I bought it, and it went to somebody else's house because I had been hacked. So anyhow, she finally got some more in, so I was able to get one. I was so excited it got here in time. And so I'm using that. And then I bought this stamp, and it's by Globeland, and it's the 3 owls, and then you've got Happy Birthday, It's Special Day, and then the lantern. And I'm using this owl. I think you can see it like that. Okay. And I'm also going to be using Versa Magic Cloud White. And I'm using this book die that I got in Temu. And let's see, it also had a stack of books and a frame that looked like books, like a bunch of books all in a square. So I guess we can just get to it. Oh, these are all 2 pieces. So you can actually use it as a stencil or like a mask, and then put this down in its place. But I won't be using this today because I don't need it. But I will be using this. Okay, so first of all, I'm starting with the owl, and I'm going to be embossing him. That's why I'm on this giant piece of granite. Well, it's not giant. It's not like the counter. It was one, actually, my mother-in-law gave it to me, and I used to have it on the counter. But then when I got my own granite, now I got a piece of that. Okay, so I think that looks like it's inked really well. And then I'm gonna, oh, you know what? I wanted to put something softer behind it. So I'm grabbing my mouse pad, and I'm gonna do this because I know it works better. Okay. And then I have to say, Michelle Can't. She was a stamp demonstrator for, which one was it? I can't think of what it is, but she's got a YouTube channel too, and I love her to watch her stamping techniques. Okay, and she did kind of rock it a little bit, I think. And then she would kind of leave it for a second too. Okay. And I think that should be good. I don't want to burn that up. And then I have this. This is so old. I have to tell you, it's very old. Okay, I forgot to put my little paper underneath here. Got to get all my ducks in a row. Now I got to pretend like I know what I'm doing. I used to love to emboss, did a lot. And then it's like, but now I haven't done it for so long. So, oh yeah, he looks like he's embossed really good. Gonna kind of tap him a few more times. Okay, it looks like got a few things on there that isn't embossing, but I don't know what it is. Okay, now I'm gonna stick this back in here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I need to have this in something else, but I got it in there pretty good. Okay. Now I'm gonna heat it up. Ah! I almost lost him. He almost flew the coop. I always love to watch the magic of it. And I'm actually going to cut them away from the tree. You can see it starting to turn, getting a little shiny. I just love that. I think I just need a little bit more on this one side. Yep, now it's turning. And I cut that away, and like I did here, and I'll probably save that and see if I can use it just for something else, because I am a scrap saver. Okay, I think I have it all done. Oh, wait a minute, maybe a little bit here. Okay, and I've seen where people do the back, and I'm going to do that because I think it kind of straightens out the paper a little bit. That's my thoughts on it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to leave that set here for a second or two, and then I'm going to be inking it. So in the meanwhile, I will do a moon. Okay, so I tried different things because he's white. I tried the white moon behind him, but I think he looks better with the ivory moon. So, see, this one he blended in with it too much. And this was the color I thought it should be anyway, so it worked out just like I thought. Okay, and so I'm gonna use that. I'll pull in a little bit. Not too much, just because otherwise I forget that I'm actually in the right spot. Okay, oh, and that's not what I want. Okay. Now I'm using ground espresso. I'm just going to use it sparingly. Okay. And the circle I cut, I use the Creative Memories circle cutter, and I used the one that was smaller than 2.5. It actually didn't have a measurement, but this needed to be 2.25. So it's just a little bit smaller than that. Okay, I think it's probably good. And I just think it looks so cool. I love this. I love this die. It's so fun. Okay, trying to put it where it goes. Okay, so I've got my moon. I've got my little owl here. And now I need this here. And I'm using weathered wood. I got to keep an eye on my recorder too, because I actually can't, I don't understand how come it doesn't show me the battery life on it all the time. Okay, and I definitely need more. So I kind of want him to look like Harry Potter's owl, even though I know he probably looks a little bluer than his because I'm using this weathered wood, which kind of looks gray. Okay, I think he's probably, yeah, I just want to make sure I can see him, all the white around him. Let me do a little bit more up here by his ear. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, and then I'm going to cut him out because he's going to be sitting on the books and not on the branch. Now, I love to fussy cut, but I am kind of putsy at it, but it's all right because I enjoy it. And this is kind of hard to see because it is white on white, except for right up next to it. But not too bad.
Did you say fussy cut?
Yes, you know I like to fussy cut.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be saying, what are you doing? Well, we'll watch that movie, but I'll fussy cut. Then I got all the lights on in the living room, so it's like floodlights out there. Okay, I think I gotta go here. I'm just kind of looking where the little leaves are and cutting those off. And the rest is my owl. I used to, I interned for these designers, and I would do their drafting for them. And where the drafting table was, I could see right over to this other building, another building. And at that building there was this big tree, and almost every time I worked, that owl was sitting there in the tree. So it was pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna put that over that, but I also have to make my books. Now, Harry was in Gryffindor, and his colors were burgundy and mustard, or no, maroon and mustard. So I'm doing close to that. I've cut a bunch of strips that were close in that color. And then I did some different yellows, because by the time I'm done they'll look a little mustard and maroon, hopefully. Actually, I think this one looks pretty maroon. And so I'm going to, I'll just use these two right now. Okay, so then I take and just kind of cut off the corners, but make it more like a part of a circle than actually rounding the corners. So it looks more like that. I think you can see that pretty good, or here. That should be good. Okay, then I'm doing the same thing to the other side. Okay. And then this side was where the paper was, so I can see that it's a little whiter here, so I'll make that be my bottom. And let me see here. I do have the, what is it? The fired brick, but I don't think I'm gonna need that because this is so dark. I did use it on this one. So I'm just gonna use the ground espresso. I liked how it was dark, but not as dark as the black. And so I think it looks really great with this color. And so you already can't see that white that was on the edge of that. I know lots of people that ink everything because of the white edge of a lot of embellishments. So, okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take this and kind of do a little more of this too. But I definitely want it darker on the bottom so that kind of gives it a little bit of a shadow. Okay, and now I'm gonna do this one here, and I'm gonna start out with this, what is it? Tea dye. Do you see how I had to ask myself that question? And then answer myself, oh, I forgot to cut the edges. Okay, so you gotta cut the edges because when you look at it from the side, it looks like it's curved like this, or the spine. If you stack up books, they look like they're curved. And when I knew I was doing the owl, I thought, oh, I want to do it standing on books. Make it a hot Harry Potter theme. Okay, so let's see, what's this one? Oh, that's the husband's over here warming his hands on a candle. Okay, so this color is supposed to be mustard, so this is kind of bringing it more to that color.
I prefer to warm my hands up on her back.
Yeah. I like to put my cold feet in the bed on his legs. And then he goes, why are your feet so cold? And see how, I love how that looks. It just looks so good. Okay, and then I'm still gonna take, and you know how I was with the other books. If you watched my warm embellishment, I loved making the books, I have to tell you. So today I'm only doing 2. That one I think I did 5. So I'm gonna still do some of the espresso because I want it just a little darker. And a little more on the bottom. It almost looks like it's been toasted. Okay, and you know what? I think I'm gonna still take this and rub it over the whole thing so it's a little more of the mustard than the yellow. Okay, yeah, I think that looks pretty good now. Now it almost looks like French bread. Okay. So now I've got these here. Okay, and I also have this book, and this is the one that I cut with that die that I got from Temu. And let's see, for this one I am going to make the book binding, or the outside of the book, whatever that's called. I'm going to do it in purple, just because it's a different color. And it's not very big, the cover, but this one's the tedious part because it's not big enough to use a bigger marker. But it might be easier using a bigger one. But so I'm going to use, one of the books will have that maroon or burgundy color, and the other one will be kind of a mustard, and then this one will be purple. So each of them will have those colors. Okay. So you can hardly tell that it's purple, but it's there. Okay, and then on my yellow book, I'm actually going to make some purple lines. And I'll kind of pull it in a little bit more. Okay, and try to stay in the screen. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of follow that curve of the book. Okay, and then I'm going to do it on this side too. And it looks like I'm nervous because it's kind of squiggly. Okay, and then I'm going to write potions right here. And then I'm also going to write it here. I want to make sure I don't blur any of that. Okay. Because I'm sure Harry would have one that said potions. Oh, and you know what? I did it upside down. I'm going to have to darken that bottom side. I need to pay more attention. Okay, this one's going to say horticulture, and let's see what side's the dark side. What side is the dark side? Okay.
Luke, I am your father.
Okay, now I'm going to see how to spell horticulture. I know I have it written here someplace. I just got to watch it so I don't misspell it while I'm worrying about how my letters look. Okay. So I've got potions. My thing turned off and I was on a roll, so I just kept writing. Okay. My camera, it thinks, oh, you must have left me since I'm still recording and you haven't touched anything for a while. Okay, so I have this. It's actually an 18 karat gold leaf pen. And who is it? Who makes this? Krylon. They're the people that make paint. So I'm gonna just put a kind of a swish. Well, it's still the same shape as the edge, because I want you to really think this is a book. So it's got to be curved. Okay, so I've got that on there. I thought that would be cute to have it in gold. Oh, and I actually did some like little dots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that one only got 5, and then I did down here too. I got 7 there. Okay, so I've got those on there, and now I am gonna have to take this one and do a little more on that bottom since I flipped it over. Okay. I'm gonna dip in the espresso again. I got it way over here because I got so much stuff next to me. You'd think I was making some giant poster or something. So much stuff is like that around me. Okay, so I think that one looks good. Let me put a little bit more on here. Oh, hopefully my gold is dry. Okay, so I think I'm gonna run a little bit of this over the bottom. Oh yeah, I like those colors. Let me do a little bit more on the side, up a little higher. Okay, and then I'm going to use a little bit of, what's the other color I was going to put in that? I think it's this one here, which is the walnut stain. So I'm going to rub that on there too. Okay, I think that looks good. And then I just took my brown marker and doodled on this a little bit. And then I did like a little doodle over here that kind of looks like a little square, so maybe there's a picture. Okay, and then this one here, it's like, I think we're seeing the back of the page here. So a little bit there. I think that's what I'm doing. I like this color better with that little bit of espresso. Okay, so I've got this, I got this. Do I got all my parts? I have all my parts. All right. So now again, just like when I did the other books, because my books are right next to each other instead of having any extra, I have to have something that I'm putting it on. And so I'm gonna do that. And so, and these are, you know, just border branding strips. I think I said that earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna put this maybe right about there. And I do have a little bit crooked, but hopefully I get everything else straight, because that won't matter so much. But the background is, or the strip in the back is crooked. Okay, so I have that there. I'm gonna have this, he's gonna cover up stuff, but it's like people can use their imagination what's there. Okay, well, and this says it here. I didn't do that with the horticulture though, because it would be too much. Okay, and now I'm gonna stick this in here. Oh, and I still need to do his face. Don't let me forget about that. He'll look pretty odd. Okay. And I think that's his position. This one I had over a little further, but I suppose they'll all look slightly different. Okay, now he still needs to be glued down, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my book on. And just where this is, I don't want to see any of that white there, so I'm gonna put it up just enough that you don't see that. And I know that you can't even see hardly any of the words that I have written there, but I still like them there because it's all about the illusion. Okay, I really love how the colors of these turned out. Okay, and then I'm gonna put some glue on the back of his head and glue him down to the moon. Now, if this would have been for a swap where I could have used dimensionals, I might have done that because I think it would look really great with dimensionals. I'm trying to line this up, and I know you can't see me. Here, let me see. I'm gonna put this here because I'm thinking if I do this, then I can see that my book is straight or not. Okay, and it looks like I need to push it up just a little bit. Or maybe it needs to be tilted that way a little bit because it's a little smaller on this side because of the perspective. Yeah, that's what it needs to be, just a little bit more that one direction. Okay. And so I'm just putting the extra glue where I need it so that it, because that the bottom book is hard. This book is hardly, you know, touching anything until I get this glued, or you know, it's not connected to anything. And I got to put the details on the owl's face. Okay, I got that done. Now when I drew the eyes on this owl, when I actually looked up an owl, like maybe I looked up white owl or Harry's owl, I forget, but it looks like his eyes are part yellow. So I'm gonna try that. I don't know if this probably won't work. No, that's not gonna work. But the rest of his eyes, they looked more brown. So I'm gonna do that. They didn't really look black. But I'll give him a little pupil. And then his little beak looks brown. I think maybe I should do this whole part brown, because it looked kind of like a light brown to yellow, and I think if I do this and then the black, it'll look more like the right colors. Okay, and then I need my black. Let's see, where's my other black pen that I was going to use? Huh. Well, I thought I had everything here, but I've got 2 black pens, but I was going to actually use the marker from Creative Memories. But I have this one, it works too. Oh, you know what? That is like it's wet. And I think I'm gonna put just a little bit on the top of his beak, because I know his beak looked like it was just a little bit like 2 different colors. And I really want my white pen to give him that little spark in his eye. So, oh, and here's that other pen I was looking for. And okay, I do not see my little white pen, but I will do that when I find it, because I think that makes it look more lifelike. Okay, I found it. It was actually right next to me, underneath my envelope. Okay, this one's still a little wet, so I'm going to put it over here. I think just that little bit of light in the eye just makes them come alive. And then I like to do a little bit on the books where the light might hit it. Maybe more on the edges, like here. And oh, I'm not even in the frame. Sorry about that. Story of my life. I'm so bad at that. I need to have you know, I thought I would be safe in this square here at on this. Okay, so I think I've kind of got everything hit there, maybe a little bit here, and probably right here on this. Wherever you think the light is gonna hit it. Okay, and so I'll do that here too. Am I still on the screen? Barely, barely. And then a little bit on these open pages. And maybe I can hit the eyes now. Okay, I think that is it. I think it's super cute. All right, so thank you for joining me. And down below in the drop-down menu, it will have the links to everybody else who's making embellishments. And you can go over there and just click it and just watch one right after another one if you so inclined. And also, if you decide you want to swap with us, or if you want to join the Make the Embellishment Hop, go over there and see Ginger over at Ginger's Corner. That's down below too. And on her Facebook group, she will tell you how to join us. And I know we've added more people as we've went along, and it's great fun, and we have lots of fun swapping. I love it. I know I swapped the first year that she started it, and then I just got too busy. And then, so now I'm back swapping again, and I got to tell you, I just love it so much. It's just amazing to see what people come up with and get new embellishments that you just can't get anywhere else. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.